All right, coming to you live from Altamont Springs, Florida. This is The Ember Show, your host, Ember. I hope everyone has been having a blessed day, been thankful for another day on this earth. Try to be better people than we were yesterday. Let's try. We're just going to hop right into it. I don't have no music today, I might have some little sound effects, but we'll use those later. We're just going to jump into Game 3 of the NBA Finals. I know I'm a little late on this podcast, considering it was on my birthday, July 11th, when this was played. But I've been kind of busy and just trying to stay focused on task at hand. But I'm here. And the Phoenix Suns versus the Milwaukee Bucks NBA Finals. I hope everyone's been enjoying the games. It's been very, obviously, Phoenix Suns had home court. I mean, they have home court advantage. More games in Phoenix. So I really believe now that it's going to come down to Game 7, which will go to Phoenix, which will be in Phoenix. And I say that because the Milwaukee Bucks are great at bouncing back. Obviously, they've shown that against the Brooklyn Nets, and they're doing it now. I mean, the momentum was so much Game 1, Game 2 with the Phoenix Suns. Like, people were even thinking that the Phoenix Suns would sweep. I obviously didn't think that, but a lot of people did. And the Milwaukee Bucks completely showed the NBA world and the world in general that they got game. And not only do they got game, they came to play in Game 3 as they needed to do in front of their home crowd. With the COVID-19 bans lifted, it's nice to see the fans in the crowds again, because I mean, compared to last year's playoffs in the bubble, it's completely different, and we're getting back to somewhat normal. You could say whatever normal is nowadays. But jumping into it, the Milwaukee Bucks blew out the Phoenix Suns 120-100 in Game 3. Very important Game 4 coming up. But before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about what happened in that game. And they have no, and I mean they, as in the Phoenix Suns, have no answer for Giannis. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I need to have that broken down on YouTube or something for me. But, what a heck of a player. Giannis is, I've never seen, in my time, I've never seen, and yes, I've seen LeBron James, and I'm a big LeBron James fan, but he has not been as dominant as Giannis in his time, and the rest of the team came and played Game 3. It wasn't necessarily just the stats and points, which I'm going to get into that, but they brought the energy. They brought the focus that they needed to do to shut down the Phoenix Suns and Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Chris Paul still was able to put up 19 points and 19 assists, almost one assist shy from a double-double. But what really stands out to me, first NBA Finals road game for Devin Booker. He only had 10 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. That's not going to get it done. And the bench needs to come and play as well. Because in order for them to win Game 4 against the Milwaukee Bucks, every single player, I don't care if you get even 5 minutes, you got to contribute. And it doesn't necessarily have to be points. Let's get that straight. Of course, that's what a lot of NBA players focus on, right? They focus on their points, how many points they're getting. Right? They want to average a certain amount. But there's so many other little things that are still on that stat sheet that you can contribute for your team. And a lot of people will say that the Milwaukee Bucks might blow them out again. I don't think so. Any championship in sports, there's times for adjustments. You can't win every single game. It's very hard to sweep a team. And that's what I love about NBA, because unlike a lot of other sports, it's one and done championship. Like the road to the NBA Finals is so entertaining. You got the best of the best in the world playing basketball, trying to fight for that trophy. I just love the competitiveness. I love close games. And Game 3, I walked away a few times because I kind of knew that the Milwaukee Bucks had it. They had it. And like I stated, number 25, well, I didn't state it yet, but I'm stating it now. Mikal Bridges was nothing compared to what he was in Game 2. Nothing. Not even close. Not even close. And again, first NBA Finals game on the road. It's very tough to go into someone else's house and win in a playoff game. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done because it's been done, obviously. But I think we got a great game in store for tonight. And if the Milwaukee Bucks blow them out, man, I know that I said Phoenix Suns in 6. But it's really looking like Game 7, especially if Milwaukee Bucks get it done tonight. And then it goes back to Phoenix, and then back to Milwaukee, and then back to Phoenix for Game 7. So, with that being said, this Game 4 is so important for both teams. And yes, I say both teams because obviously you're in the NBA Finals. You want to win. You want to get out as soon as possible. You don't want it to be as close as can get, right? So, say Milwaukee Bucks win. Series is tied 2-2. Now the pressure is really on the Phoenix Suns and Chris Paul and that team. But let's say somehow the Phoenix Suns get it done tonight. It might be over in Game 5. For real. For real. Because think about it. Think about this. If the Phoenix Suns win and go up 3-1, going back to their home court for Game 5, I think it's over. It's over. I will state that. But we shall see. We shall see. Tonight's going to be interesting. And I want to transition into talking more about the Bucks in the Game 3 as well. Just so we can get a little bit more feel for what we have to expect for Game 4 tonight. Giannis with 41 points, 16 rebounds, and a caliber of no other, compared with the stats of Michael Jordan in the NBA Finals. First 3 games. It's amazing. It's amazing to watch a player like that just dominate, especially after the knee injury and recovering so fast. And even though P.J. Tucker only had 7 points, like I said, it's not all about the points. The energy he brought was outstanding for the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, it was just the ignited that they needed. And Drew Holiday actually came through with 21 points and 9 assists. 1 assist shy from a double-double. And 5 rebounds away from a triple-double. So, one player that stands out to me that used to be really, really good in Atlanta, Jeff Teague. Even though, of course, they won by 20, but Jeff Teague, 14 minutes, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And Forbes, great 3-point shooter, couldn't knock him down. So, Giannis can't do it all, right? This is a team sport, team game. Middleton did his thing, though, too. And that's the thing. If those 3, Giannis, Middleton, Holiday, come out to play like they did in Game 3, this game's already over. I'm excited to see how it is. I mean, truthfully, I want the Phoenix Suns to win it all. That's my prediction. Not just for Chris Paul, but Devin Booker and the coach as well. And think about how hard it is to win an NBA Finals. It is very difficult. And Chris Paul can tell you firsthand it took him 16 years to get there. 16 years. Same amount of time it took me to get my permit. But hey, I got it. Just like Chris Paul can say, hey, I made it. Now, just like I have to transition in from getting my permit to my license, more practice, more, driving technique and figuring out how I am on the road. Same thing with Chris Paul tonight. He's on the road facing some adversity, and I think he's going to come out and get a double-double tonight. Even if they do lose, he'll have a double-double. And Devin Booker definitely got to put up more than 10 points. Devin Booker got to have at least 20. Same thing with Chris Paul. And then he has to get everybody else involved too. See, that's the thing. It's not all about scoring and getting that mid-range jumper down. He already has that. That's a bucket. But he needs to just continue to doing what he's doing and getting the big man involved down in the post and get everybody else that has that open shot, get the ball to them. And he's been doing that. Chris Paul's been doing that since he's come into the league. One of the best point guards I've ever watched. And you're going to have to do it tonight. And I know I was transitioning to focus more on the Bucks, but we already covered that. We got 3 more minutes on this podcast. I'm only doing 15-minute segments as if I'm trying to get back into the loop of podcasting again. I appreciate you pressing play. I appreciate you taking time out your day to just hear my analysis and just my breakdown of the game and of the NBA Finals. I love basketball. I've always loved basketball. As soon as I had a basketball in my hand when I was 3 or 4, I just fell in love. And that was my first love, basketball. And that's why I'm here today doing podcasts for the NBA. And I just love doing it. And I plan on going to college eventually to master the podcasting because I love doing this. Not only just such a great thing on the internet because there's so many bad things, but it's so amazing how this platform on Spreaker as well, you can reach people all around the world. And obviously they need to have the language barrier, or maybe they have a translator. But it's amazing to be able to reach that many people. And I used to have a podcast before I started this one, and there were people listening to me all the way from Australia, Germany, Philippines, Brazil. I mean, it was awesome, and I want to get back to that. I really do. And this is The Ember Show, your host, Ember. Again, thank you for pressing play. We have a good game tonight, and I haven't even made my prediction yet. I saved it towards the end. This one's hard. This one's hard because, believe it or not, the first 2 games, and I only got 1 more minute, so I got to break this down quick. The first 2 games, I thought Milwaukee would have got at least one of those. But they didn't. So this, I feel as if is turning into a home court advantage. Obviously, Milwaukee Bucks are at home tonight. I think they're going to get it done and tie the series. That's my prediction. I'm rooting for Phoenix Suns, though, to go up 3-1 to then go end it at their home in the Phoenix Suns arena, Game 5. But we shall see. I'm rooting for Chris Paul, man. Such a great guy. All around great person. He just deserves it. Giannis will have plenty of opportunities to get to the NBA Finals. But he deserves it too. He's been working really hard, and he's a great athlete. And we shall see. We shall see tonight. And I hope that everyone has a blessed night. Enjoy the game. And don't be afraid to contact me on Twitter, Casper's Time. You can share, like this. It does not cost anything. And I hope that you come back again. Thank you for your time. This is The Ember Show. Ember checking out. Everyone have a blessed one.